Hey everyone, Steve's Hobbies here. I am doing my first VR today. Uh, I follow another YouTuber called John P. Collects Cards, and he offered a VR to have us talk about what players we'd want to see play that kind of predated us or before we were born, something like that. So I wanted to talk about some cards I had. It's going to be a couple more than three that John was talking about, but just wanted to share them. And they're from kind of two quasi different time frames, but let me just jump into it. Okay, so first card, first person is Josh Gibson. When his stats got incorporated into the majors and he became the all-time leader for batting average, I'd love to be able to sit at one of his games and just have seen him play, just to see how those teams operated, like the Negro Leagues basically, and just seeing the magic and what happened in those games. Just awesome. Sorry, I'll go a little bit faster than that. Going into that, the next one I'd want to see in person would be Babe Ruth. So, especially when he was with the Yankees, not so much with the Red Sox, but with the Yankees, just seeing him play, just seeing the swing and being able to sit in the stands there at Yankee Stadium and seeing him hit a home run, I think that would be kind of awesome. The next card is kind of an older player, but not Roger Hornsby, but Ty Cobb, because he was the leader for batting average prior to Josh Gibson getting it, and wanted to see how they played, because this was actually earlier back in the earlier times of baseball. Just wanted to see how the difference is between how they played then and how they play now, because I've seen history of the evolution of like the baseball glove, and I'm assuming there would be an evolution of the baseball bat, and just overall playing. So I would really enjoy to see him just having a pretty high hit game and just seeing just how the game plays by itself. And then the next one, and it's these series of cards are more towards kind of an event. So what I would actually like to see, I would actually like to go back in time and be able to see the 1955 World Series. Because as some of the people that see some of my videos know, I'm a little bit of a Dodgers fan. So the 1955 World Series would have been an awesome one to see, because there's a lot of stuff that I really would like to have seen that unfortunately are no longer here today. But one of it, I know this isn't a player, but Ebbets Field. I would have loved to have sat in a game at Ebbets Field and just see the Dodgers play a game. And then going along with that 55 World Series, I know Mickey Mantle didn't play every game, but would have loved to see Mickey Mantle hit his one home run that he had at the World Series. And then with that, I've got a series of cards here, but one player that had several home runs that helped turn the tide of the Dodgers, Roy Campanella. Would have been awesome to see him play, hitting those home runs. And the companion to Campanella, for the guys who were pretty prolific in home runs during that series, Duke Snider. It would have been awesome to just see both of them. Like, I want to say Roy Campanella had, I think, 2 or 3 home runs during the World Series, and Duke Snider, I think, had 4. So it would have been awesome just to sit there and I think he had one game where he had 2 home runs. So it would have been awesome to sit there in Ebbets Field and see Duke Snider just hit those home runs. And then to top it off with other guys from that team, because watching the 55 World Series, I would have been able to see Jackie Robinson and then see him steal home plate. Like, I know there was a lot of controversy behind that, but see Jackie Robinson steal home in the World Series, That would have been awesome. And then Jim Gilliam, I know he was not the star of the other ones, but really important player. Had several RBIs on the team. Dodger, his rookie year, I believe he was Rookie of the Year. Would have been great to see him. And then after his career, coach for the Dodgers. And then last but not least, Pee Wee Reese. And that kind of wraps up the players. But like I said, I think I really, if you could have put me in a time and place, it would have been the 1955 World Series. Because I would have been able to catch all the players I would have loved to have seen before my time. Like, that's significantly before my time. But being able to sit in that stadium and then being able to see all those players, like, I don't have cards for some of the players, but like Yogi Berra, seeing him yell at the umpire because Jackie Robinson stole home, and this huge argument around it. Seeing the other pitchers for the Yankees pitch. But primarily because like I said, I am a little bit of a Dodgers fan. Seeing the Dodgers win. Seeing the Dodgers come back, win it in Game 7 at Yankee Stadium. But seeing the games at Ebbets Field, that would have been a top icing on the cake for me. And then, just like I said, seeing Roy Campanella and Duke Snider just hit those home runs. I mean, they were pretty pivotal points in the games. I can only imagine what it was like in the stands to see these guys. Because Roy Campanella had games, it was back-to-back games where he hit home runs. And then, like I said, Duke Snider had, I want to say it was game 5 or 6, had 2 home runs in that game. Just awesome. But anyway, just wanted to provide that VR response. I'd like to thank John Picolex for sending that out. Like I said, this is kind of my first VR I've done in YouTube land. So, just excited to do this. Again, thank you, John Picolex, for offering the VR. And for everyone, like I said in my videos, go Dodgers, go Mariners. Talk to you guys later. Bye.